Podnutz Daily is brought to you by the official Podnutz Laptop Video Repair Collection. Over 10 hours of HD downloadable video. If you want to learn how to fix laptops, this is the way to do it. I just reduced the price $54.95, and you can get that at laptoprepairvideos.com. And welcome to Podnutz Daily, episode number 210. I am here with Russ Wenner from the Techie What's going on, Russ?
Hey, Steve. How's it going?
It's going good. I've been stressing myself out lately before every show, because I'm trying to get video all set up, and I'm trying to make things extra fancy, and just messing around with stuff, and it always never fails. Something always goes wrong the second I start the show. I mean, I could be going for like 3 hours, everything's fine, and I start the show, and something goes wrong. So,
all right. Well, not tonight.
Yes, it's because you're on.
Okay. Got to keep up with Leo Laporte.
Yes.
Skyposaurus.
Yeah, I mean, Skyposaurus is cool. I like Skyposaurus. He's basically got a separate computer for each Skype account running. But I'm going to try some other services and see what happens with them, just because it's cheaper. But this is Podnutz Daily. This is a show where I have computer repair technicians come on the show and give their tips and techniques and methods and sharing with you guys, whoever out there is a computer tech or enthusiast. And it's been going pretty good. I started doing it this way ever since I sold my shop, where it would normally be just me talking the whole time, and now I have nothing to talk about. So I have some awesome guests that come on, and I like doing it this way. It's much more fun for me, actually. Wow, I'm awesome now. Yes.
So I'm gonna have to live up to a high standard.
Russ, you always knew you were awesome. Come on. Well, so let's give it over to Russ. Russ, what have you been doing lately? Do you have any tech tips, tricks you want to share with
us? Yeah, I have a few. I could talk about a couple of jobs I've done lately. When we were at the holiday Geek gathering, I guess a week ago,
Geek
I was telling, the Geek Nick. Did you warm up from that? Wasn't that pinball place cold?
My feet are a little cold still from that. They're starting to turn black. I don't know if that means anything.
Oh, okay. That was a good time, though, and I'm just glad when I spilled that beer I didn't hit anybody's phone. Or Murph had his Droid out, you had your iPhone out. I'm like, oh, man.
It was actually amazing. When you spilled your beer, it was like the gadgets repelled it somehow.
Yes. Yeah, like when you don't use enough flux on solder or something. It just, yeah.
I felt bad for you, though. That beer looked good. I was ready.
I really wanted it. I was licking it.
I thought Russ was going to start licking it off the table, guys.
Oh, man. Wring out the napkins. Yeah, I really wanted that beer. But I was telling you at that, a plug for your video, a little disclosure here.
Okay.
That I had just gotten a DV6000 to replace the palm rest. The user, I'd never seen this before, but they managed to lose the buttons off the touchpad.
Okay. When
I asked her how it happened, she said one of them, she couldn't press it down anymore. She said it was stuck, and she tried to get a knife or something under it and broke it off.
Okay. And that was one of them.
That was one of them. And the other one was also broken, but she had it taped down with Scotch tape. And she found that she was able to use it by touching that little sensor that's on the board under there.
Yeah, it's a little switch.
But her mother made her replace it because she couldn't stand. She thought that her daughter was at a shock risk touching that circuit board inside.
Yeah.
So I was happy to replace it.
Yeah, her mother, it's very unlikely, but I would have to say, for somebody to be able to pull both their buttons off, their mother was probably right in being rather safe than sorry.
Right.
At least trying to stop her from spilling anything in it or something.
Yeah.
But, so what did you have to replace on it?
Well, with HP, the touchpad is part of the assembly they call the palm rest. It's everything that goes around the keyboard up to the back cover that covers like where the power button is.
Yeah.
And you buy that as an assembly, and HP wanted with the shipping almost $100, and I got a like new one off eBay with the shipping. It was like $24.
$24?
Yeah, with the shipping.
Sweet. I remember I had to buy one. I couldn't find one cheaper than $50. So good job. That was like a year or two ago, but still a good job.
Yeah. So
good condition.
Yeah, it was literally like new.
Sweet.
So I was looking over your repair videos. I purchased them. I pre-purchased them before you released them, and I noticed you had a DV6000 where you were replacing the motherboard. So before I did this job, I watched it, and it was like great. It was like showing exactly how to get to the cables. So, and a couple tips that I learned was like those two really thin ribbon cables that come down from the power cord,
right.
Or the power button.
Right.
I'm glad I watched how you took them out and put them back in. You used needle nose pliers to get them in because they were a bugger.
Yeah,
but
I think Steve D'Amico talking about that at Nuts at Night the other night. He what was it? Somebody ripped those cables up, or those cables were. He was having the same problem or a similar problem, and those cables were the problem. Yeah, those cables are very delicate, and they scrape up against that metal there, and for me anyway, they rip apart. So.
Yeah, so that was a good tip because I might have been more rough than I should have getting that out, and just how you showed how you took the screen off. So I had that set up on my laptop while I disassembled, and I just took it apart right along with your video. So that worked out great on that job.
Man, that's an awesome plug for the videos, Russ.
Yeah, it definitely was. I made. I paid $24.95 with the shipping for the part, and I charged $125 for the job, so I made $100.
Nice.
Paid for the videos, and it was good.
Thank you.
So, but interestingly, I have that same laptop back on my bench now because the girl who ripped off the buttons managed to kick the screen and break the screen. She had sat it down on the floor and went to get up and kicked it with her foot with enough force that it threw the lid all the way open and smashed the screen.
Teenage girls, man, they are what extended warranties were created.